Now this is a mind stretch. My old teammate, the new varsity coach. I wish the guys could see this. Are you ready?
I think so. But if not, I know who will be second guessing all the way right behind me.
Who better to give advice?
Point taken. I forgot that you became a great student of the game with all that time on the bench.
Give me a break. Coach got so bent out of shape over a few missed plays.
Same old Ray. Don't you think you're missing something? You and the bench became friends because you were more focused on the cheerleaders than you were on the game?
Priorities, Mike. Priorities.
I don't know what they saw in you.
Charm, my friend. Plain and simple. Charm. I keep telling you, hang around me long enough, and even you could learn something. I've always said I could teach the most challenged. You'd be a good test. You know, Mike, I really do think it's great that you're taking over the team. I can't think of anyone better.
Thanks. Now this is where it all happened.
Yeah, sure was.
Hey, do you remember the Seton game? Timeout possession on the end?
2 seconds left on the clock, 1 point down.
Coach outlining the play and Steve not paying the slightest attention.
When we got back onto the court, he said, forget about the play and just cut into the paint.
I can still hear him. Mike, stay focused. Waited 2 count and then look for Ray in the paint, and Ray, don't blow it. I still have the visual. He goes to the corner of the court just beyond the arc. The ref hands me the ball, and then Steve drops to all fours and starts howling like a dog.
And just when they're trying to figure him out, 2 points. It was so weird, I almost missed the shot.
I thought Steve was going to do himself damage. He was laughing so hard.
Man, he's lucky the other team didn't do the damage for him. They were so mad.
They called Coach every name under the sun. He didn't know what to say. I can still hear him trying to convince their coach he had nothing to do with it.
No, only Steve. I see things haven't changed much.
No.
Got a lot of memories here. Fans screaming.
The cheerleaders.
Oh, the cheerleaders. Yeah, this gymnasium. The shot clock. A lot of close calls. The equipment room. Yeah, the equipment room. Do you remember Marshall?
Sure.
He's dead. He hung himself. I saw his obit in the paper last week. The neighbors found him after noticing newspapers piling up.
I don't get it. I mean, things can get bad, but why would anyone take his own life?
Mike, he never had a life. I never allowed him to have one. He was just so different. He was like one of those annoying little bugs that just circles around your head. And no matter how many times you swat at them, they won't go away. I guess he was the exception. I guess he just got tired of being swatted at.
Ray, you can't hold yourself responsible for someone else's choice.
Can't I? I never let up. You have no idea how many nights I replay what I did. The hell I put him through. I never even stopped to think about what his life must have been like. He must have dreaded coming to school. Dreaded what awaited him.
Kids do those sort of things. It's not right, but it's part of growing up. I'm sure you're making it a lot worse than it was.
You have no idea. Mike, you'll be a great coach because the kids listen to you. You gotta teach them more than just putting the ball through the hoop. You gotta stop people from targeting someone just because they're different or because they don't fit in. You do stop it, don't you? The power games and the put-downs?
Well, sure, if I see things happening. But most of the time I let them work things out. Stand up for themselves, you know?
No, Mike. I don't know. And I don't think Marshall knew either. It's kind of hard to get the concept of standing up for yourself when people keep pushing you down and holding you there. Don't you get it, Mike? I never let him stand up. Every time he came into the room, I let everyone know that he smelled, or that he contaminated everything that he touched. I don't know why I did it. I just did.
Come on, Ray.
And names. Homo, fag. Half the times we didn't even know what the words meant, but that didn't stop us. He never had a chance. So Mike, you gotta be there for the kids like Marshall. And the guys like me who think it's okay to treat someone else like dirt just because we feel like it. The guys like me who have to carry around this private hell of remembering what we did. I gotta get out of here.
Look, I'm sure a lot of things were going on to make him do something like this. I doubt that just because you gave him a hard time that his life fell apart.
Mike, I feel like I killed him. The way I saw it, in a dog-eat-dog world, there's no room for the runt. There's no place. So I got the idea that if he wanted to be one of the guys, that we had to see if he had the right stuff. So we waited until there was no supervision, and then we forced him into the equipment room. A couple of the guys pinned him while I tied him down. I still remember the look in his eyes. Why? Why are you doing this to me? He struggled with everything he had, but he had no chance. And then you know what we did? We dropped his pants and waited for everyone to come and take a look.
When you say everyone, you mean guys and girls?
When it was happening, I felt so powerful, so in control. But you know what really unsettled me? He just wouldn't cry. He wouldn't give us a satisfaction. He just wouldn't. Somehow if he had, I could have convinced myself that he deserved it. That he was weak and pitiful. That I had won. But I really hadn't. So what do you think now, Mike? Do you still think I'm making more of it than it was? After that, he was never the same. He wouldn't say anything. We pretended not to notice, to act as if we didn't care, but we did. After a while, he stopped coming to school, and then he was gone. There were a lot of rumors, but we never really knew what happened. Occasionally, we saw him in the neighborhood, but as soon as he saw us, he would just disappear. Things sort of broke up after that. Our group went its own way, each carrying the weight of what we'd done. For a long time, he was always with me. Sometimes when I least expected him to be. There was always his look. There was always the question in his eyes. A question I never had the answer for.
Look, Ray. You were a kid. A kid who did something stupid. You can't spend your whole life beating yourself up about it.
Yeah, well, Marshall certainly won't be. He's gone. He's gone for good.
Look, are you okay?
I'll be fine. I just need some space.
Look, I got some things to do before practice. I'll be back in about 20 minutes. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, go. I'll be fine. Marshall, I'm so sorry. If I could do anything, I would give anything. Anything to undo. Anything. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.